Hello and welcome. This is the Market Wrap. I am Agam Vakil. Strength has returned to the Nifty with 0.8% coming through. And while the last couple of sessions were muted, we have seen strength as far as the benchmarks are concerned for the fourth straight day. And with that, we have leads coming in from TCS and Infosys in terms of some of the heavier weight counters. Yes Bank, of course, right at the top of that list, up by as much as 3.2%. Grasim and Ultratech Cement, along with UPL and Bajaj Finserv, right up there with the gainers. Of course, significant weakness in Adani Ports and SEZ, down 8.4%, but save for that, about 3% losses for Bharti Infratel, BPCL, Z Entertainment and HPCL also looking at some amount of weakness. And on to the broader markets, at least as far as the NSE 500 is concerned, more gainers against losers. Swan Energy and Take Solutions will recover significantly. In fact, Motherson Sumi is the other one, which actually ended the day near these highs at around 159 rupees per share. Sri Renuka Sugars, DCM Shriram from the sugar pack also catching up with the rest of the counters here. And of course, Reliance Communication, Reliance Naval, Reliance Home Finance, all declining in trade to a certain extent. Ashoka Buildcon also seeing some weakness, as does Jet Airways, which is down 3%. But what do we make of these markets? Let's get in our markets editor Neeraj Shah for his thoughts. Neeraj, how would you categorize today's trading day?
A bit of a surprise, isn't it, Agam? Almost nobody quite anticipated this late surge. The other interesting bit was how the surge in volumes happened in the last half an hour of trade, or the last 1.5 hours of trade. We moved very, very briskly from 24,000 to end of the day of 31,500 on the cash market side. So big jump in volumes on the cash side, not so much on the future side, of course, because it's expiry week, one would have anticipated higher. But interesting, IT and banks doing well. When both of those are doing well, you don't quite see a bad day. The broader markets could have done a bit more, but some disappointments, real estate, some profit booking coming in. So buy the rumor, sell the news, working quite convincingly out there. But the market is now starting to show signs of people buying into stories which will have some promise. Sugar, a case in point, right? So many days of a rally, and then further buying today wherein stocks were up 8, 9, 10% a piece. So strong showing out there. The reaction to Reliance Nippon Asset Management conversation, or the announcement that happened 3 days ago, pretty positive too. So those are all good news. Let's just see if the global markets are supportive enough, and if we can extend this move from a bull's perspective, that will be great. But time will tell.
Absolutely. Thank you for that perspective. But well, moving on to perhaps an entire sector then. We have a couple of brokerage notes this morning on metal sector, and I'm going to get in Nikki Mirchandani, who tracks the sector very closely, to give us an update on the same. Nikki, what do you have for us?
So Nifty Metal Index for the 5th consecutive session today ended higher, and this session, however, the gains were not led by steel stocks. It was led more by the non-ferrous size, and it's only today when Morgan Stanley suggested that it's shifting preference from non-ferrous to ferrous space, where it suggested that it's the earnings update is going to be driven mainly by the domestic demand and the price hike. It says that the steel price are now trading at a marginal discount as compared to imports, almost a 7% discount. But then the valuation of these steel stocks are compelling. They're almost trading at a significant discount as compared to the averages. In turn to this, it has also raised the rating as well as the target price. The highest being the one for JSPL, the potential upside is 21%, and SAIL, and for JSW Steel, it's the least, where the potential upside is 7%. Non-ferrous space, it's however suggests that it has actually gone ahead and downgraded Hindalco target price and rating, reflecting the kind of increase aluminium imports. Along with that, Vedanta and Coal India, however, has maintained the rating, but then has slashed the target price on concerns coming in account of higher cost for Vedanta. And for Coal India, it clearly says that the disappointments on the volume front have reflected in terms of the recent underperformance of the counter. However, it remains pretty comfortable with the sort of valuation that the stock is currently enjoying right now.
Fair enough, Nikki. Thank you for joining us and getting us those updates. And with that, we shift to focus to Jet Airways, perhaps a small update. Now, this morning, we had news across various reporting media that the State Bank of India may consider, taking Jet Airways through the insolvency route through NCLT. But at this point in time, we've also had a release from the State Bank of India, and they suggest that at this point they are not considering any such move, and which is why there was a little bit of respite for Jet Airways, which actually ended the day with just about a decline of 3%. So again, it's going to be a long drawn issue, and we're going to continue to get developments on Jet Airways as well with respect to its issues and challenges with the lenders. But on that note, it's a wrap on the markets, but lots more lined up. Stay tuned to Bloomberg.